So, guys, today I want to talk about the importance of jumping onto opportunities, right? And this is talking from experience. I'm incredibly annoyed at myself for not jumping onto the AI train a lot earlier. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been using AI since I started my business. ChatGPT 3 has been out for 2 years now, I think. 2 years. When I started the business, we were using ChatGPT and we're using it for very basic level stuff because ChatGPT wasn't very smart back then. But we were using it, and since then, 2 years ago, a lot has been going on. Now, AI has become extremely popular during that time, and it's now sort of the buzzword of the business game at the minute because it's literally going to be, wiping out loads of jobs. It already is wiping out loads of jobs, but to an extent which is sort of quite unfathomable at this stage. And it's slightly concerning about where that's going to go because businesses are trying to save money. Businesses are trying to make money at the end of the day. They're trying to save money, increase profits, all that sort of stuff. So it's an interesting trend. I think people need to try and become more entrepreneurial. I think people need to try and integrate themselves more into engineering, AI, programming, that sort of thing. Because as someone said to me the other day, if you don't, you're going to be at the mercy of someone who does, which means that, in the literal sense of, let's say you have a programmer who's creating AI for you, right? Even you'll be at the mercy of them at that point because you won't even know what's good, what's bad, what's hard to do, what's not hard to do. You're going to be at the mercy of them because you don't know anything. But if you do learn basic programming, if you do learn basic AI, all that sort of stuff, then you're going to have more leverage than if you don't, right? And we all know where the direction's going. We all know that it's not going away. It's only going to become more integrated into our lives. So what do we have to do? We need to embrace that. And I think a good step by doing that is learning learning new AI tools. It seems like there's a new AI billion-dollar tool every single week at this point. So I would say, like, on a weekly basis, look up AI tools to do. Stephen Bartlett's even talking about it. He's getting all of his staff to now look into AI and come up with AI ideas, and they get incentivized through that. All these sorts of things are really, really important. And let's say you want using someone to program your own AI, for example. You're still going to be at the mercy of it because other people are going to be programming it and integrating it into your life, whether you like it or not. So you have to learn. You have to learn more about it for sure. For sure. I think it's developing so fast that the world doesn't really have time to catch up with it. Like, it's disrupting the education industry, changing it forever, and we're still learning the old things that aren't no longer useful because of what we're getting now. And it's like, I mean, what can you do? Like, it's happening so fast that it's crazy. So this trend is sort of a once in a lifetime opportunity. I don't think it's ever been easier to make money if you're inquisitive. But going back to the main point, I'm angry at myself for not getting more integrated earlier with it. During the past 2 years, when AI was blown up, I've used it, but on a very basic level, right? I should have been looking into specific tools, different tools, all that sort of stuff. I should have tried to be early on everything. Because now I'm about 9 months late to something that I could have got into 9 months ago. And I could have been a lot richer right now if I did get into it 9 months ago. So that's sort of the lesson from me. And yeah, embrace new opportunities. I think as humans, we're hardwired to like habits and like things that we're used to. But I think we need to sort of hard code that out of ourselves as individuals to seek the new and scary, because otherwise we're going to get left behind, right? We're going to be late, when nowadays you have to be early on these things. If you're not early, then you can't capitalize. And it's like, you know, with all the crypto coins and all that sort of stuff, like people get news and they get in and they make loads of money because everyone gets the news later on. I think you just sort of got to see the trends of where things are going based on historical data. Right, looking at historical data, what's happened before that's sort of similar to this. Is there anything I can compare this to? Okay, this happened like this, and this is now happening with this. So you can safely assume that it might follow a similar sort of trend to what happened with this. Do you get what I mean? So look out for the opportunity. Look out for whatever you're doing in your space. I'm not saying get completely new skill sets. I'm saying, what are the skill sets within your niche which are being replaced by AI? How do you capitalize on that first, so that when AI inevitably comes into your industry and into the value chain that you're providing value to, how can you be the person that's making that money and making everything a lot more convenient in that area before someone else does? Because someone else will do it. It's not exactly hard to do it either. You're just using AI to do it. But there's someone behind the AI, which is the most important thing. And they're going to be benefiting from it, because AI is not going to store a load of cash for itself, is it? It's only executing a function that someone else told it to do. Right? So where's the opportunity within your space and skill set? How can you be the person that takes advantage of that? Right? Because like I said before, I'm 9 months late. I should have been earlier, and I was so angry at myself. But this is not a negative video. Use it to go in the direction that you want to go. And yeah, let me know what you guys get up to.